Welcome back to Monster Train, everybody. We've had a bit of a rough time with the challenges. I think it's time to go back to a regular run, try to recenter ourselves, and hopefully get a win. And then maybe we can come back to those afterwards. So for now, we'll do a regular run, and yeah, try to get a win under a belt and feel a bit better about Monster Train in general. Here we go. Alright, we got two exiled clans. Here we got the Umbra and Hellhorn. Alright, so that means we're getting Plinks and Queen's Implings. Alright. Not a huge fan of Plinks, but at least they're good in the early game. We got the Primordium, of course. Then let's see what else we got. Immortal Trade. It's an okay card. It does stuff on boss phases. Beyond that, the Ember Drain can be pretty hard to get over. Ritual Battle can be strong if we can find the energy to play it, and Grovel is generally a pretty good way to get morsels while also applying a damage shield. Our boss is reducing our strength. Okay, so it's not necessarily easy, but it is a pretty generic ability that doesn't affect how you build your deck too much, so that part of it's nice. Let's see what we've got here. Ooh, Rage giving additional attack is interesting versus the Split Anvil. Also very good. Split Anvil with Ritual Battle's powerful. Of course, Resonant Shard with Ritual Battle is also pretty good. I think Split Anvil leads to more broken things though than the Shards, so I'll go that direction. We already have some cards to trigger off of it, which is nice. Unfortunately, the Implings don't work with it, and that's kind of a problem, but what can you do? It can't all be perfect, you know? Okay, so here we have either the long-lasting Primordium or the strong attack Primordium. Generally prefer this one. I mean, obviously it's just more stats, though this does add more health overall. The advantage here is that you don't need as much morsel generation, so once you get this buffet, this high buffet Primordium going, you can play it with something that needs to eat every turn, and it can just sustain it on its own for a while. But the low health also means it can be tough if you play against sweet bosses or whatever to actually have to survive long enough to be eaten all the way, so we'll just go with this one. It's a pretty strong option in general. Okay, enemies in floor. Well, we have Plinks to deal with them, we have Implinks to deal with them, so I think we should be able to prevent quite a bit of its damage, and hopefully that'll be good enough. Okay, not an amazing first draw, but it does clear this floor out, which is fine. We can play everything, so I'll always want to Plink, and I'll always want the Queen's Inkling. Then the question is, do I just play these two up there? And I think that's not unreasonable, although next turn I will need to eliminate, let's see, I'll have 11 health, so I need to eliminate at least one Clergyman the following turn. Hopefully that's doable. The alternative would be to set these guys up on the bottom where there's less damage incoming, but that means nothing to clear out the Clergyman on the following round, so I think I'm going to take a slight risk here with this. And I don't want these floating around the deck, so we'll go ahead and throw them out here. Alright, well, we did draw some Plinks, that's good. There's also a Collector I would love to kill. So let's start with a Plink up here that'll do enough, I think, that I'm comfortable playing one here and hopefully getting the Collector. Okay, we do not, that sucks. But at least we eliminated the damage unit there, so we don't have to worry about that anymore on the following wave. So now, let's see. My cat, as usual, here to help me out, thinking through the tough turns. We've got 12 damage coming in here, it's so much. Could play an Impling, let's see, this would be 2. Okay, so I could potentially play an Impling plus a Trained Steward down here, and the Steward would survive, but maybe it's better to put the Steward and a couple of these morsels up a floor above. And then, oh, I didn't have enough energy to do all that anyway. And this guy can just power up a little bit here, and that'll be strong. get a bunch more plinks again, so fire those off first. Okay, actually eliminating both of those guys. Let's see. Yeah, I want to play at least one of these. I guess I'll play both. It's fine. We'll play a couple more morsels. Just plink this for the heck of it. Okay, we finally draw all of our expensive cards in one hand. It's kind of unfortunate. We really want these Rituals battles kind of interspersed with some of the other stuff so we can take advantage of the anvil, but it is what it is. We'll go ahead and rage up probably this Imp. Then I can play another Steward here in the front to try and tank for a good one, and then I guess I'll give it a damage shield, sure. And this will all have to go here. Not super helpful. Okay, a couple more plinks to try and eliminate that guy. Perfect. And then just some more imps. Alright, we can even apply more rage, we can give some lifesteal, all kinds of good things. Alright, pretty straightforward victory there. Let's see. Okay, we got a couple damage spells or a Space Prism. We have the Plinks for now, but they're not exactly reliable, and they'll pretty quickly become not strong enough, so I do actually want some of these other ways to hit stuff in the back. The Mind Collapse is actually really interesting because if we can play it for a higher energy amount, it can make our spells free while also giving us some energy. So that might be better than Tumbra Assault here. I think I'll go with that one. Battering Ram, good for triggering Anvil, but we don't currently have any armor synergies, so I don't know if I want that. Let's see, what flag are we going to? Health. No, we're going to an Umbra banner, so this isn't likely to get great anytime soon. I'll just take a Vent as another solid X spell to trigger the Anvil. Alright, and as you might expect, I'll head for the Merchant of Steel. The Umbra banner, pretty perfect. We want something to go ahead and synergize with our champion. Okay, health damage shield and quick. Don't know how good that's going to be. Let's see what we've got. Okay, Alloyed Construct with Quick is kind of interesting. The main downside of this unit is that it often has a hard time surviving, but Quick obviously helps that a bit. And then we give it something like health as well, so I can do a bit better on boss phases. But I think I like this. This eating up our champion will make it quite powerful. So yeah, let's give it Quick, and let's give it a Heartstone as well. And don't think I want damage shield and imps or anything, so that's fine. We do have to make sure we find a couple more ways to feed it beyond just our champion. I think this is fine. The robot should be able to take care of stuff. Ideally something sustainable like a morsel maker would be good, but even just a couple cards that can create morsels would function for us. Okay, here I think I'll set this up on the second floor, given that on the third we have less space, and I would like to be able to feed additional morsels beyond just our champions. Do that, and unfortunately the Plinks won't be able to do much this particular combat. So, now I'm thinking about it, I'm actually not sure how we're going to generate enough fuel for this guy. But, oh well, not much I can do about it now. Maybe I should have set up on the very bottom even. Oh, okay, this could generate, oh, and grovel as well. Okay, so those are both ways to create some morsels here. Let's start with a plank. Okay, very lucky. Then I want to give it a damage shield. The damage shield's not highly relevant, so it's playing that versus playing a Train Steward. I'm definitely playing this, of course, to try and generate more fuel. I'm tempted to play the grovel just so we have morsels in the deck for the next time through. It's a little bit silly, but they're better than a lot of the cards in our deck. This robot's really all of our hopes and dreams here, so I think I'm going to do it. And just let these float around. Usually I would get rid of those because I don't actually want them, but in this case, because I think we're going to have fuel issues, I want them around. Alright, let's get rid of this, and yeah, the rest of this isn't accomplishing a lot for me, unfortunately. Two fuel, okay. Well, let's see, I can... Okay, this will work out. Do this and then blink, which will generate a morsel. This guy's not doing much over here, so I guess I'll play him at the top. Okay, and we have enough here to kill, so managed to have just enough fuel. Alright. Wretch is pretty good. That can return our champion once he's been consumed, and again, we're having a bit of a morsel issue in general, so even if they're not quality morsels, just getting extras, but primarily getting our champion back is a pretty big deal, so I like that. Don't want additional imps. Do I want another vent? It's okay. It's not great, but I think I'll take it. Okay, Morsel Maker is absolute perfection. Better than Morsel Master for us, I think, so we'll go with that one. And that sets up our construct pretty nicely, though the Wretch looking a lot worse now. It's okay. Alright, so we can pick up a banner and a Merchant of Steel or an artifact and some Pyre health. We don't need the Pyre health too much, so this would be the artifact mostly. Hellhorn banner with a Merchant of Steel is not bad. We can improve the Morsel Maker in some capacity. And yeah, the extra unit might be nice. The construct plus the Morsel Maker plus our champion's sort of a floor, so we need to start thinking about other floors. So I don't mind going this way and seeing what we can make happen there. We get Rage, Battlestone, and Endless. Okay. Not exactly what I would have picked, but the Horned Warrior is sufficient, I think. Had we gone with the Rage trinket instead of the Split Anvil, I might have gone with the Branded Warrior, but I think as is, the Horned Warrior will do just fine. And I'll give him a Battlestone, just so he's a little bit tougher. And maybe give Rage to the Morsel Maker, that way it starts off strong, and then as it's feeding its morsels to the robot gets stronger, so it doesn't need to be as strong by the end. That's alright. And let's see what we can find in the cave here. Ah, our good friend the Winged. Okay. So we can give him a spell or a unit and get an upgraded version down the line. Can't give up any of my important units here for an additional upgrade, I don't believe. So, what could I give up? I could give him a Ritual Battle and see if he makes it free. That would be sort of okay, though. That's kind of an important synergy. We have the two vents, though. Yeah, maybe I try that. The Rituals Battle aren't that strong at the moment, so let's see if we can get one for free instead. Can be helpful. And we're off to fight Daedalus. Double exploding explosives. Okay. Hopefully we can take care of those with some spells. Alright, well, we got our robot and our champion. That's good. And I think this time we go to the top with them. I can't do it in the middle because we lack the space, and the bottom's a little bit scary to start. So I guess we'll have to do it at the top. And I guess the Horned Warrior is gonna sit in the middle, and he might die, but you know, that's okay. got a bunch of vents, we got a bunch of plinks. I do have to get the morsel maker down, which means I guess I'm just playing a vent for not very much here. It's fine. This doesn't really do anything. Oh, I could have used that for extra energy. That was dumb. I could have played that turn better. Okay, that's not something I like to see. Could try to eliminate with a plink, and how am I gaining? Oh, this has quick, so never mind. This is fine. We don't need to worry about that. So I guess we'll plink here then. Eliminating one of these units, and then play Train Steward, and play an Impling alongside this. Okay. So Ritual makes Plink free, but that's it. Or I could play some Queen's Implinks and a Plink, but I think playing Ritual Battle on the robot's pretty worthwhile here, so let's do that. Then Plink down here. And do I save these? Probably not. We should have plenty of fuel. Okay, there's the Wretch. Now, unfortunately, once everything gets rolling, yeah, we can't get the champion back here because space issues, so again, the Wretch quite a bit worse now, but let's play it. And so you can't stop this bomb exactly. I guess I'll just make a powerful steward on the bottom floor because we can't do a whole lot else. Play one here, and I think that's that. Could give this lifesteal, given that we have the boss coming next round, so it shouldn't... Yeah, you know what, that's fine. I don't know how relevant it is, but... Okay, this unfortunately not going to survive a hit from the boss. Though if I play an imp, then it'll gain some health and then survive, I guess. My math's not off. Sure, you can have some more lifesteal. Why not? Alright. You can do that. That will actually kill before it even gets to our robot. Thanks to all the lifesteal. And the increasing attack from our champion being there, of course. Alright, so the Wretch managed to still do a little bit. It's not bad. Umberstone, pretty interesting actually. Being able to give the robot trample could be pretty big. Blazing Bolt's another good synergy with Split Anvil, and I Love the Ancient's just a good card in general. I think it's between these two. We don't need the armor quite as much. I think it's early enough that Blazing Bolts is good. Let's pick that one up. Okay, let's see. I was thinking about potentially picking up energy anyway, so I could see grabbing a Demon Fiend here as just a big unit that can do something pretty interesting. That would serve as a tank, probably, of some sort. Alternatively, we could take the Shadow Eater and try to feed it some extra morsels we have. But it's gonna be hard to do that reliably, I think. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take Demon Fiend and pick up energy here. So I guess one of our floors now is just a Demon Fiend and a Horned Warrior, which is not bad. And then we can go this way for remove, duplicate, and a second Umbra unit, or third Umbra unit, I guess I should say. or this way for a little bit of pyre health, a little bit of money, and a merchant of magic. So we have 2 floors. Do we want to try and set up a 3rd floor with this Umbra unit? It could maybe do something. The Hellvent. I could duplicate the Blazing Bolts. Obviously it'd be better if they were already the upgraded version, but that's fine. Yeah, the Merchant of Magic doesn't excite me that much, and the remove's always nice, so let's go this way, see what we find. Okay, we have another shot at a Shadow Eater if we want it. It's hard to get a reliable source of morsels. Unless I duplicate the morsel maker, then it could actually work pretty nicely. Yeah, maybe that's the way to go. Alright. You know what, I'll pick up a Shadow Eater, and then I'm going to duplicate my morsel maker. Even with the extra energy, we might run into some energy issues. A lot of our units cost 2 right now, but it's okay. At this point, the Train Stewards, there's absolutely no room for, so let's dump them. And of course upgrade our champion here. So we can either go for more attack or more health in addition to status effects. Now that could be strong if I could give it, say, Ritual of Battle. I think that's the only status effect that would be useful to copy Grovel maybe. Pretty hard to set that up though. Probably better just go for extra attack since our Alloy Contra has quick and multi-strike. It just scales really nicely. So, yeah, I think we'll be doing that. Alright, now we have a lot of cash potentially for the next circle. We'll see which direction we go there. So, off to the next battle. Enemies on each floor, and these are the 2-1 enemies. This one's gonna hurt, but I'm gonna let it happen. Just because our pyre's pretty healthy, so we'll take the extra money here in exchange for some pyre health. Okay, the top floor being smaller is sort of a concern. The Shadow Eater wants to be on the bottom, but it's also the thing that fits on the small floors, so that's concerning. We got a Plink, though it doesn't exactly solve anything. It actually doesn't reduce any damage here whatsoever, so we can play it just to play it, but it doesn't accomplish much. So I think I'll probably play the robot on floor 2, I think. And this guy will go on floor 3, perhaps. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll go Robot, Primordium. Oh wait, if this goes on 3, then I can't fit very well. Okay, so this will actually go on the bottom. And then, yeah, let's Plink here. It doesn't... Let's see. Alright, now I'm killing one of these, which is making the rest of them quite a bit stronger. So maybe I need to Plink this floor. Yeah, that's probably fine. And then we'll go... extra health and extra energy. Okay, that's nice. We should be able to pick that one up easily. Alright, we drew the Demon Fiend, which I want to play. I would also like to play the Morsel Maker, but since it's set up in a way that the Shadow Eater has to go on top anyway, I'm just going to wait for the second Morsel Maker, I think. Maybe I can use Mind Collapse actually to do something relevant here. Let's see, so this always goes here. That's just going to happen. Then this can kill this while netting me energy. That's really nice. And so now I can deploy this, or I could play one of these other cards. So yeah, I think just playing this makes a lot of sense. Okay. Well, the Plings don't do anything, so I guess I'll play these two, even though they're not particularly good up at the top here. So maybe didn't plan this particularly well with... and ended up with my AoE unit at the very top, which is obviously not great, but what can you do? Let's go ahead and play Blazing Bolts, play the Blink. Alright, here's our Wretch with no room. Really can't do much of anything here, so... yeah, I guess we just pass. The Imp's not ending up particularly good in our deck here. Let's just give this here. I don't know, maybe Lifesteal here just wins anyway. Yeah, it does. Alright. Alright, so that went pretty well. We lost a little bit of health from that initial wave, not even that much though. Definitely worth 150 gold. Okay, I'm glad to see... well, am I glad to see this? We actually don't have room to be deploying these morsels all that way. We might have to be looking at capacity next go around, but in the meantime, Gem Trove's interesting. That's 3 morsels, costs a little bit extra. Yeah, let's try it out. Why not? We have the energy to play it. Inferno, unfortunately, not quite what I'm looking for. Didn't end up with any armor synergies, and Rage Serum's just a little bit too low impact, I think, so I'll skip here. Alright, here's our potential upgrade. Oh, this is the reserve version, huh? That's not very good. I think I'm just going to take this up now because I'm looking to be casting this anyway, rather than using it for the reserve, so that's fine. Bit of a miss there, but that's alright. Okay, so we can get either a Cavern and a Merchant of Magic, some additional cash, or a Merchant of Trinkets, which could potentially have some good. The remove's pretty powerful, the Pyre Health, not as important, but definitely good. And then next turn, we're certainly going to the Merchant of Steel. Need to improve some of these units a bit more. Yeah, I think this makes sense. We have enough money to potentially afford something here, which is always... there's always a lot of potential with trinkets. Okay, Conserve Energy is not bad. Teeth of Gold, deal 3 damage to the rare enemy unit. Stuff's eaten. Maybe that's worth it for 225? Maybe. Firewall's, of course, decent always. I think I just take a reroll. The Unbroken Horn's sort of interesting. It actually works kind of badly with X spells because you end up spending your big energy bank on... like, these aren't good X spells, right? They're not ones you want to spend 10 energy into or whatever. So, I'm gonna take a reroll. Something great. Okay, Consumed Crown might be worth picking up. Tempered Talisman. Tempered Talisman actually makes the Plinks sort of relevant. 4 damage starts to kill a lot more things than 1. That might actually be the pick here. Let's try it. Then of course pick up my free Purge, and might even spend the 60 bucks on another one, although I think I'll hold off one more circle, and if we have any money left over the Merchant of Steel, I'll do it then. The stealth boss, and the thing is 6 extra attack. 6 is a lot of attack. It could be scary, especially with these stealth minions here. I'll give it a shot. I think we're strong enough. But 6 is... that's a big bonus. Okay, not precisely the combination I was looking for here. Man. Okay, so whatever goes in the bottom will end up just dying to the boss. So really, again, I would like the Shadow Eater down there. May have to end up being Demon Fiend. If I play Demon Fiend now, it will just die, so there's not a lot of point in playing that. So I think I'll take it a little bit slow this time and just play a couple different things. And skip out on the Demon Fiend for now. Just a little bit too weak without the improvements and these guys having so much attack. Okay, the Construct's obviously critical. And then I would like to get the Gorger going. It would end up taking 28 damage at the moment. That is a pretty obscene amount. Could play Plink here to get the extra money and eliminate this marksman, but then we can't do anything else. That starts to be a little bit concerning that we're not deploying like any of our units. I could play the Shadow Eater here. It doesn't take quite that much damage this turn, and then maybe I can make something happen the following turn, but man, it just feels a little bit too weak. Let's just Plink this floor. I have room here, so that's good. Throw this out there. Okay, the vent's good. I do want the vent. In the meantime, let's play this guy. Let's see, this deals 33 to a random enemy unit 2 times. This will already eliminate... Oh, I can't play this anyway. Okay. So, this will kill 2 of these guys. Yeah, I guess we just vent here then. And Plink here. Oh, this guy's gonna get stuff for that. Oh boy. Horned Warriors coming up. We're gonna kill 2. I'm heading for... I think I just let these float by. Well, I'll get this one killed and let the other one float by. I just don't want more harvest triggers, whatever the next wave is here. Okay, here's my Horned Warrior, which is fine. So let's see, this is not quite dying, but it's close enough. And it might be once I apply the Ritual of Battle, so... I'll be able to play both Plinks, because I'll play the Ritual of Battle. So I guess I can do all that first, actually. So let's go Ritual of Battle. It's not quite killing there, that's unfortunate. Then let's do 1 Plink here. Okay, that was a bad one. Another one. Okay, still not great. 16, huh? Yeah, I think I'll just do this like so. And, you know, if this unit dies, then it dies. It's mostly fine. Alright, Gem Trove makes the Plink free. Yeah, let's try and get lucky here. Okay, good enough. So now he's surviving, so I can go ahead and deploy a couple of other morsels there, and then I'll play a couple of here as well. Okay, I did not get around to any of my units yet, which is not great. The stealth is going to be a problem. And these guys are a bit of a problem as well. There's a few problems happening here. That said, this deals extra damage, it's pretty good, so I can still rage out, apply additional damage shields. Then this can kill one of these guys, generate more energy, and that's definitely going here. This hits for 13, so if this goes to max health, there's a chance I can make it survive. I don't think I can really do anything with that. So I'm better off playing these here to heat up a couple of stealth charges. And I won't be doing this at the moment either. Okay, this guy survives a hit. That's actually kind of relevant here. And then... Alright, this kills for free, so... Let's go Plink. Impling Vent, I guess? Okay, and with one stealth I think we'll be okay here. Yeah, we're totally fine. That obviously didn't go quite as planned, but the robot doing quite a good job. Okay, Cave-In's not bad. What else do we have? Void Binding and Ember Cache. Void Binding, let's see. No, that's not something I'm interested in. I don't think I'm interested in Ember Cache either, so do I want to Cave In? That potentially lets me combine the Shadow Eater floor with the Demon Fiend floor, if I can set that up correctly. Which is pretty good. I think I'm gonna give that a shot. Impallate's interesting. On the one hand, it does 75 damage for a single energy, which is hard to ignore. On the other hand, the imps are next on the chopping block for me because there's just not really great room to deploy them at the moment. So I don't think I want to pick this up because it will get worse as we continue on here. Going this way for sure. Let's see what we can find. Endless, not too interested. Rage 7. I guess I'll put it on one of these guys just because I have lots of upgrade slots to fill and that's good enough. And then Battlestone. Sure. Put one on Shadow Eater, not very good. Okay, Large Stone. That's a bit tougher. Would love to put it on like one of these guys, but it just makes it extremely difficult to do anything space-wise, so I don't think we can. That said, I guess I'll go Strength here. And I guess at this point just a Battlestone on the Demon Fiend for some extra tankiness. This was not a good set of upgrades, unfortunately. Is there another... Okay, we're probably going straight to the second Merchant of Steel then. Or maybe we go to the one at the very end. What's on the other side here? Just to remove and dupe. Yeah. Probably going straight to the second one, but at this point I need to start removing some of these imps as well. So here we go. Alright. Go ahead and do the second boss here. And it's actually unclear to me what we should be picking as the reward. Draw is obviously just generically good. Capacity has its merits here as well. Don't think we need another energy, even though we've had energy issues here and there. It's not generally a problem. Okay. Horned Warrior and Primordium to start. Interesting. Well, this is going to continue sitting at the top. And I do want to try and set up the Shadow Eater here. But for the time being, I guess I'll go here with this. And then... I think Vent might be important enough to cast. The Ritual of Battle's not that big a deal on these guys, so let's just Vent, make sure we don't have to deal with these units. And I guess I'll Blink for the heck of it. Okay, well, definitely playing that, and can't do much else. I'll give this a damage shield just in case. Play one extra morsel here, one here, and those guys. Do that. I guess restore 2 health, why not? Okay, there's the Shadow Eater, that's useful. So I'm gonna go ahead and deploy that, and Morsel Maker. Unfortunately, it means we're taking damage here, but it's okay. It's just not a lot else I can do. Okay, well, we'll deploy this guy, get rid of weight, and go ahead and eliminate that. Okay, there's the cave-in, that's helpful. Will any of this stuff die if I... Sorry, I'm trying to calculate the Shadow Eater will die if I drop everything. 15, 21, 21 plus 12. Okay, that shouldn't kill us, that's fine. I can also play this for free if I play something else first, so that's probably the way to go. So, I can Blazing Bolts first. Seems good. Then play Cave-In. And now I can even Mind Collapse. And not a lot to do with these imps. Let's see, I guess these slots will end up filling anyway, so like I might as well play them. That's an odd draw to say the least. Let's just play an imp here. That. Don't think I'm interested in these immortal trades at the moment. Another cave-in. Is another cave-in helpful? And I can drop these guys. I'm certainly doing this because that'll make the rest of my hand free anyway. So let's see. If I drop them, I guess it gives me another turn to potentially do something interesting in terms of finishing them off, so I guess it's fine. Okay, here's the boss. Can I eliminate this? I can with a Blazing Bolt. It's probably the way to go then. Means I'm not playing Demon Fiend, but our collapse is down a layer anyway, so I think this is fine. That means I can apply a damage shield there. I guess I'll play these and do some damage here. Not actually quite killing, though. This should change that, hopefully. Yeah. Completely fine now. Alright. Shroud Mitosis is pretty good. Forever Consumed is also pretty good. It's another good way to get the anvil going. Furnace Tap, the Ember Drain scares me a little too much, so I'm not too interested in that one. So it's between these two, and I think I like the big X spell here. And between these two, the light might be worth it. It just makes sure we have room to actually deploy things in the order we want to deploy them in. And additionally, it gives me room to potentially play a few extra morsels here and there, maybe sneak these imps in when I need to, so I think it's worth it, though draw would also be quite good. Alright, so it's time to make a decision about which direction we're going to go here. I could visit the Merchant of Steel in the last circle, but I think I like visiting a Merchant of Magic finally at the end here. And the extra remove will be nice as well, and this side's not quite as tempting, so we'll get up to max health, I think, here. It's rare that I get to do that. And then, yeah, check out the Merchant of Steel. God, it keeps offering us this large stone. It's a little bit better now, since we've got the extra space. Now I can potentially fit Alloyed Construct on a smaller floor. So if we get a smaller floor... If it's a smaller floor on the bottom, then Shadow Eater can go there. That's not an issue, even if it's large, I think. So maybe I make this large, actually, make sure it has the most health, because this isn't gonna end up being our tank. And then, if the smaller floor is in the middle, then these guys can fit there just fine. If it's the top, that's fine. Yeah, I think with the extra space, we're able to do things the way we want to do them. Yeah, whether the bottom is 5 or 6, this will fit. This plus a morsel maker will fit, so I think I'm fine with doing that now. Then additional health. This can use a little bit of health, but I'd really like to give both these guys some attack upgrades, because they are eventually going to end up behind the Shadow Eater. And something like multi-strike on a Demon Fiend is quite big. So I think I'm just going to reroll here and fish for something a bit better than these things. Do a quick or Strength Stone and Rage. Quick isn't really what I'm after, so I guess we'll just have to settle for these mini upgrades here. I'll go with Attack and Rage here. Not very good, but it's okay. Upgrade our champion. And we'll continue to just stack attack on the big double striking quick robot and Sealed Caverns. Get the Historian, okay. Man, so late for Petty Theft. It's actually been really good with the Tempered Talisman here. But as is, that's a little less interesting. Not really sure about this Gift of Gratitude. I guess it's fine. I can play it off the anvil and make a little bit of money going into the final circle. It's a little bit problematic because if we draw it at the wrong time, we might not be able to play it, and then it's just stuck in our deck. So I might just take the Heaven's Gold. It's not very exciting, but at least it doesn't get in the way. Alright. Jump into battle here. And we get 8 extra attack on enemy units, and we have the multi-strike granter here, which will be hard to eliminate before they get to attack. Hopefully our big Shadow Eater can at least deal with it eventually, but beyond that it's going to be tough. So 8 extra attack makes them hit quite hard. Probably means I don't get to take this, unfortunately. Even though we have full health, it's just the risk of death is a little bit too much. Okay, unfortunate time for Cave-In, but what can you do? So, yeah, now we have everything configured the way we want. We'll go this here, play some Blazing Bolts, and play some Blink. The Cave-In doesn't do anything, so that's fine. Okay, this is a problem, as you might expect. I feel like the Shadow Eater is pretty important to get down, so I'm gonna go with it and the Morsel Maker, of course. This deals 3 damage. I guess I might as well play it here. I guess no, I couldn't do that first, of course. That would be silly. Alright. This guy's gonna have a hard time with the Demon Fiend not there, but I can't really do much about it. Okay, the vent's pretty good. Let's see. Wow, this is really poor hand. The Morsel Maker wants to get played. So this is getting through at full health. I can't do much about that. Can I save this guy? If I give him a shield and kill the Winged Conduit, I can do it. I guess it's just gonna have to be the way it is. I don't know if I can save this long term, but I'll try for now. Especially since we're not doing very much damage because our robot's late, so... let's kill there, and then grovel here. That'll allow me to play a couple of these morsels as well. An extra damage shield here will be pretty big, and this I'll actually play up at the top, I think. Oh, and this can actually eliminate a couple of these guys as well for free, that's good. Okay, well, I'm really glad we didn't take the extra attack. That much is for sure. Okay, finally the robot's here. A little bit late. Steal 7? Okay, it's pretty good. So I can... I'd also wouldn't mind plinking them though. Let's see, if I spend 1 energy, then this will hit for 5 instead, so it won't kill the multi-striker anymore at that point. Oh, I forgot this would eat our champion's SS72 attack now, alright. Fair, fair. Yeah, I think I just vent here, and then... sure, we'll just play here, it doesn't really matter much. Okay, already the respite's here, that's nice. Gosh, is this doing anything? Okay, there are some units here at least. So... the plinks aren't doing much. Unfortunately, I think the Morsel Miner... well, really unless I get the Cave-In, which I can't get next turn, then this guy's not doing much until... well, the Demon Fiend could still show up though, so that's fine. I guess we'll do it this way. And do I want to give anything? These life steals. Could give it to the Shadow Eater, potentially. 8 life steal is quite a bit. But it doesn't hit that hard. Next turn, do I have to play anything critical? I have a Ritual of Battle, which would be nice to play, but it's not... like, most of my hand's not that good next turn, so I think I'm okay with just throwing these out here. For the boss. Of course, can't play our cards as expected. Okay, well, the Demon Fiend did decide to show up. Can only survive a hit from this. I don't know how worthwhile it is to play it. Versus just like playing a Blazing Bolts, which does a bunch of damage. How are you doing? You're not surviving very long either, which is a concern. Yeah, I think this might be better. Deal it a bunch of damage, play the Wretch, which will let me throw this in for a hit, and then play this guy as well. Not playing the Plinks because I'll just make him more upset. I don't think that's worth it. Are we actually gonna beat this boss? Okay, we're actually killing. I wasn't sure we would be. Okay, pretty close. Glad I didn't take the trial. So we've got another Wretch, no. Cannibalize. interesting, but I don't think we need something like that. And the second Gentro is probably a little too much. The first one's okay, but the second one, not as good. And Flame, it fits nicely with the Anvil. 2 cost, that was kind of good. It can go under our 3s or can make our 1s free, depending on the hand you draw it in, but man, this is just not a strong effect. And I don't think I want these imps, so take a skip on that as well. And finally, we get to go here. Get 2 more removes, which is nice. Potentially do some stuff with this. Ooh, 20 rage is kind of interesting. Extra damage shield is interesting. They're all pretty good. But before I spend any money on that, let's see if there's anything incredible. Merchant of Trinkets. Shadow Box is fine. Precious Plating's fine. Chain of Gems gets stolen, unfortunately. Not very good with Morsel Makers since they kind of get in the way of it. So I could buy Precious Plating just as a bit of insurance. I could buy Shadow Box. I could reroll and look for something better. How relevant is this, I wonder? 20 rage on the robot's really, really good. Yeah, I think I just don't worry about the trinkets too much here. So I'll go rage 20 and reduce the cost by 1. Then 10 magic powers, great. We'll put that on Blazing Bolts, I suppose. And then, do I want to purge or refresh is the question. So I'm still probably purging the Implings over anything else. Could purge the Wretch as well, it's kind of bad now. Plinks have their place, I don't mind them so much. Could see the Immortal trades getting cut as well. Like with the extra space, there's gonna be room to play these Implings somewhere, and they won't be the end of the world. But you know, they're still pretty bad. Let's just get rid of them. And I think a refresh here is good. Okay, these are solid. So another 10 magic power. I think I put that on one of the vents, and then I'll put a cost reduction on the bolts, maybe. Or maybe on Gem Trove. That could be good as well. Or this, even. This buys me extra 30 damage, actually. Yeah, let's do that. I can cast it for free for 30, or I can make it really big. Okay, let's see how this goes. I'm not entirely sure. Could have saved some money too for the Heaven's Gold synergy, but I don't think that would have been quite as effective. Okay, we got our robot early. That's, I think, going to be a big key to our success. So let's deploy it, deploy this, and now we're off to the races. So I'm definitely playing this, but this will actually make me some energy if I play it first, so I might as well do that. This. Okay. As usual, we're stuck in sort of a predicament with the Demon Fiend and the Morsel Maker. It's gonna be tough either way here. I think the Demon Fiend's maybe more important this time. Oh god, these are gonna get through soon and do a lot of damage. If I played Demon Fiend and the vent doesn't kill these, which is actually an issue. And of course we got our cave in too early once again. Yeah, this is... Yeah, I think I have to play the Morsel Maker actually. And then vent this floor. Let's just blink something, which I guess I can do here. Yeah, it gets me a Morsel, which I think I should just play here even. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, there's all this. So our Horned Warrior is going to die. could try and save it, but I don't think it's especially worth it. It's just the unfortunate reality of how things worked out here. Hopefully our, what's this thing called? Shadow Gorger, Fiend Gorger, Shadow Eater doesn't also die. Things aren't looking great though. So I can play this. Fortunately, it doesn't do anything. This kills me on its own, so I mean, I'll play a Plink down here. But it's not gonna do anything. Yeah, looks like we're gonna die. Oh, there's not a ton I can do here. So, there we are. Just have to pray that this robot's good enough, but it seems unlikely. Because that Demon Fiend ended up being a bad investment, it's gotten away so often. Oof, this is rough. Okay. Well, I think Blazing Bolts makes a lot of sense here. Try and eliminate a couple of these. Then go ahead and play a Grovel. I'll play... Let's see. I think playing a Morsel here is fine. Like drawing next turn. Forever consume Gem Trove Blink. Okay. So I don't think I'll do the lifesteal right now. Is there any way to make this guy survive? 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks. So I can't even make this guy survive, unfortunately. So yeah, I guess we're done. That's just literally this versus the world. Not ideal. This doesn't even kill, so it doesn't accomplish a lot. I guess I play a Gem Trove, which still doesn't do anything. Let's see. So this eats the shield, this does 10, and then God, these hit hard, okay. I can blink, which of course will do nothing. I can play one of these in the front, which makes us survive at least. But boy, it's not great. Yeah, at this point we have to get lifesteal going. So you hit for 163, so I guess doing damage here actually makes things a bit better. I can play these here without getting any extra triggers to the enemies. Okay, we're not dying, that's exciting, and I have a vent. So that's really good. For 7, this was for 13 for free, so... Okay, let's start here. And then... here, I guess. It'll be a miracle if we win this. Oh, we're just dead. Okay, well. Good timing, I guess, for claiming miracles here. Man, I am on a definite losing streak lately. I mean, I won one sort of recently, but overall my conversion rate has been pretty poor. So need to kind of go back to the drawing board and figure out what I'm doing wrong. There we just ended up taking so much damage, so I guess I need ways to deal with the high damage units a little quicker, or just some tougher tanks, I'm not sure, but that did not work. So, in any case, that's another run completed, if not successful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.